Hello, everybody. This is Charles and Brent coming at you with another episode of For Brothers. At least let's jump into what's going the hell on. So it's 2008. We're looking at having a new president. We already got Mr. George Dumbass Bush. And I want to approach it from a different angle because everybody expects us to just start talking about Obama off top.
You almost got to, though.
You
almost got to.
No, let's hit him with that sucker punch. Let's talk about the Republican side of things. Mm-hmm. What is your feel on that? What do you think will happen?
It's funny. I don't think the Republicans are even excited about the Republican candidacy. I mean, seriously, I don't think there's a Republican out there that's excited about McCain or that's really at it. You had the Republicans down the Bible Belt, in Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi that may be a little bit excited about Huckabee simply because of his religious background and everything. So they're a little bit excited about him. But I don't think as a whole those core Republicans, the rich white men sitting up in the Ivory Castle or whatever, I don't think they're actually excited about any of these Republican candidates, man. Seriously, I don't think they're excited about McCain. I don't think they're excited about Huckabee.
Well, let me ask you this question. Now, this is something that's going on a lot of talk radio stations, and that is, what would happen if Senator Clinton were to be elected the nominee for the Democratic Party, and your man McCain actually won the nomination for the Republican Party?
McCain has basically won the nomination. Huckabee is still in the race, but for the most part, as far as delegates and everything is concerned, McCain has basically won the nomination. Okay. So McCain will be the Republican nominee.
Well, now we get into the question, and this is something I find interesting. If we go on first of all, let me say this: I'm personally impressed by Mr. Huckabee, Reverend Huckabee. Because Reverend Huckabee went out in Nebraska and Kansas and the states that held their primaries February the 9th.
Super Tuesday.
No. Saturday. This past Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
Yeah, you didn't check it out.
Okay.
See, yesterday.
Okay. Go ahead.
My man made a really good showing, and I think it gave a litmus of what is going on the Republican side. Because everybody has McCain locked in, and true enough, he most likely will be the Republican candidate for the presidency. However, my question is that, given what has happened on Saturday, given the fact that Huckabee is making the type of showing that he's making
in the Bible Belt,
in those
Midwest, quote unquote red states or whatever,
exactly, what would that do to the voting public in respect of what's going on the Democratic side? Because those Republicans, let's say for instance McCain is the nomination, those Republicans who really don't like McCain, and there are a lot that don't like McCain.
You basically team up McCain with Huckabee, and then all of a sudden those Republicans may vote for McCain because Huckabee is on the VP ticket.
On the ticket, right. And then you get Hillary, who they say are going to win by delegates. The nomination.
I don't think so. Barack won all 3 states last year.
He won all 3 states, yes.
And he's leading right now as far as the delegates.
Is he leading?
Yeah, he's leading.
That's a blessing.
He's leading as far as
we still got Texas to go, and a couple of more states out there that are going to be key to this delegacy at least.
I think New York is still in there also.
No, we got
New York with the side on Super 2. So New York and California with the side on Super 2. Got you. The last big state that's out there is
Texas. Is huge. Texas is huge. So, I mean, but my thing is that if we have a Hillary as our Democratic nominee and we have McCain as the Republican nominee, there's a huge question out there in the political world as whether or not this lady is electable.
I don't think so.
And I tend to agree with you.
I think it's funny because my friend of mine, we were talking, and he was saying that the Republicans want Obama to be the nominee because they think that the country would never elect a black man president. But I think that Obama is much more electable than Hillary because Hillary has all that old Clinton baggage, and Clinton was one of those love him or hate him presidents. Yep. He was so polarizing.
Yep.
And regardless of, people aren't able to separate Hillary from Bill because they know Bill was the former president of the United States. Let's not even go out there and say that he's not going to have any kind of influence on decisions that Hillary makes.
That's a bunch of bull.
You know what I'm saying? That's a bunch of bull. You know
that's bull crap. I got to talk about that. See, this is what they want to talk about in the media. How the heck is a man going to be married to a woman and he done had a job before? He done
For
ran the
8
country
years.
for 8 years. He done
Not
ran
one
the country.
term, but 2 terms.
He done ran the country for
2
eight
terms.
years, and she was right there the whole time. Have you ever heard of pillow talk?
Right.
Hello?
Right. That's the thing.
National
That's the thing.
security, my ass.
That's
They,
the
don't,
thing.
they share the same bed in the
That's it.
bathroom. That
Husband and
man know
wife-
what he look like.
Husband and wife privilege.
He
You know
been
what
with
I'm
all her
saying?
period, bro. I've been
Right.
doing it for his whole
Right,
life.
right.
Come on, now that don't make no sense.
So you know he's going to have a huge amount of
Thank
influence.
you.
And there are people out there that hate
Bill
Clinton,
Clinton.
that hate
Hate
Bill
him.
Clinton.
That's absolutely
He's so
true.
polarizing. Obama, you know, regardless of the fact, black or white, his personality is refreshing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's why
What
he's
our
running.
country
That's
is
why.
in
That's why
desperate
he's
need
running
of.
on this whole change platform.
Exactly.
Because his personality in itself is refreshing,
Refreshing.
man. We have
Exactly.
never had a black candidate like Obama. Yeah. So I was actually watching Bill Maher this morning. Actually, I'm watching Bill Maher real time on HBO or whatever, and he made a comment about Obama. All right, and what he said was, white people like Republicans and white men who may have been, you know, more inclined to go for Hillary or whatever. Recently, it's almost like Obama is like their black friend. You know what I'm saying? it's almost like he's a black friend. You know what I'm saying? Like for white people who don't know black people or anything like that, but always wanted to get in touch with
Their
black
black
culture,
people.
with their black culture,
Right.
or whatever. You know, they see the
Right.
kids listen to rap music and this and that.
Right.
You know, Barack is like Barack is a good representation of a black American or whatever.
Yeah.
So y'all
He
must
makes
consider
black
him to be-
safe.
Right. He's a safe black
safe. That's
American.
what they
But I say this though. I think a lot of people will be surprised. Now, of course, Barack is a politician first.
Oh, yeah.
But just me, I sense a little bit of quote unquote bruh in Obama, dog. And I'll tell you what tells me that. His wife.
Yeah. She a sister.
His wife is a sister. dog.
100%.
His wife is a sister.
No questions asked.
Princeton grad, Harvard grad, can
Don't
handle
matter.
her business, very intelligent, very articulate, but she's a sister. She from the
right.
south side of Chicago.
And she ain't
bruh.
putting up with no BS.
she ain't
ain't
putting
taking
up with no BS. And for
Take
him,
a page out of her book, Black women.
for him to be with her, that lets you know he got some brain.
He got some
man.
brain.
That lets you know right
I
there
totally
what's in
agree
his
with
heart.
on that.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
totally agree with you on that. But my thing about it is that, like you said, the black friend aspect. And that's something that strikes me as absolutely ridiculous about white America. They find because this man is articulate, because this man is educated, that he's not a threat. He doesn't have any allegiances to his people. Well, I hate to bust your bubble, but the man is mixed. So when he was growing up, y'all didn't want to have nothing to do with him, and the black kids kind of accepted him a hell of a lot more than the white kids did.
He grew up in Hawaii. So
I
how
don't care.
many black kids were there really?
It was some black folks, it was some white folks, it was some white folks, and then white folks didn't accept him because he was not like them. That's universal white people. Yes, I stereotype. You've been doing it to us for hundreds of years. How does it feel on the other foot? Now, my point is this. Like you said, the brother does have some brother in him. And I appreciate that aspect of him in him. And I want people to understand that, and I get a lot of flack about this, but this is my position. I'm going to stand firm on it. That is, we as black Americans, and we're doing this in a large percentage of numbers. So I'm not talking to those people who believe this. I'm talking to those people who don't. That is, we believe he can't be president. They ain't gonna elect no black man for president. Well, if we gonna defeat the man before he even get the opportunity to do it, then what does it say about
I'll
us?
say this. I've heard the same thing, and I said the same thing. Not like that. I said the same thing when I first heard that he was running for president. The first thing I thought to myself was, Barack is not electable. Because I thought about John Kerry, I thought about Al Gore, and the sole reason why John Kerry nor Al Gore won the presidency was because they couldn't carry a state in the South.
That's true.
That's the sole reason. They couldn't carry one of those Midwestern or Southern states. That's the sole reason why they didn't win. Shit, man, John Kerry and Al Gore, both of them won New York. They won California. They won those big delegate states, those delegate-rich states. They won those liberal states, but they couldn't carry a state in the South. And the heartland matters because, let me tell you something, those people come out to vote.
They sure
you know
do.
what I'm saying? That's the thing. They come out to vote. Now, I will say this about Obama. Even though, yeah, black people said that or whatever, and a lot of times, we almost, and myself included, we almost defeated him before he even had a chance to run. Let me say this. Black people have come out in support of Obama.
Yes, they have.
They have come out to the polls. I'm sure, and I haven't
they
looked at the stats. I'm sure this year, there was a record number.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
speaking of the state of
Oh,
Georgia,
yeah.
a record number
yeah.
of people black people going to the
The vote.
polls.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My cousin, who I would have never suspected, I got a cousin